I think I just have one of the most powerful lessons you could ever learn. You're judged anyway. Providing, protecting, being a great dad, being a great guy, they don't work in marriage. I can't wait to talk about this with my wife. Your wife withholding sex from you. I'm Cass.
I'm Kathryn.
Hey, welcome to the MorrowMarriage podcast. And guys, if you're getting true value, you're inspired, hopefully with faith and not hope, because we came back from the depths of hell and we want to show you a better way. I'm not falling for this again. Job sex on a billboard. Why you don't need the apology.
We're MorrowMarriage.
Let's flip divorce statistics with the new marriage.
Welcome to the MorrowMarriage podcast, guys. And today, I think I just have one of the most powerful lessons you could ever learn. You're judged anyway. Now, we kind of talked about this. I knew this was coming up in the lineup. I saw this from somebody that I really respect, Sean Whalen. And I just think it's so powerful. You're judged anyways. What this is all about is simple. If you are fat, people will call you lazy. If you are ripped, you must do steroids. You're genetically lucky. If you're rich, okay, silver spoon came your way, or you're a snake oil salesman, and I said this in the other episode as well. That's what people would talk about me. Oh, why? Because I have the magic pill? No, I don't. I sell fucking work. It's going to be awesome. But, you know, if you're broke, you're lazy, or you're stupid. Okay, if you have a bad relationship, you should just leave because. No, you should stay because if it's bad. Like, you can get both. You're going to be judged no matter what. You're going to be judged from people that you know in your life. You're going to be judged from strangers the moment you start looking for help. The problem is that you take that judgment and you choose, or you don't choose, the direction you want to go. What I mean by that is you're not even thinking for yourself anymore. When I say you choose, you're allowing everybody's outside influence pull you in so many different directions. Why don't you just do what you want to do? Why not? Like, I just don't get it anymore. I'm going to use this really easy example, my social media. You know, I'm not afraid to tell you where I fucked up. I'm not afraid to say how I hurt my wife. When women see that, that can cause a lot of women to be very triggered, rightfully so. Your wife should fucking leave. Your wife should. Some of the messages I get, oh man, not always. Mostly, I think people see what I'm trying to achieve by sharing the truth. But there are some hurt people out there. Men, flip side, same thing. They've been really hurt by women. And so they tell me I'm such a pussy, a simp. You know, they would say, you know, you don't even know how to work with women because you do this, and that. Like, guys, it doesn't matter. Listen, I adore my wife. That makes me a simp to some men. I adore my wife. Other men say to me, how do you get your wife to look at you like that? Well, because I fucking adore my wife. It doesn't matter. Do what you want to do. It doesn't matter. I tell you to work out 7 days a week in my program until you know how, until you're consistent and you do it. I don't work out 7 days a week. I tell lots of men to go sober. I don't go sober. Okay? I did for a bit and I don't. Like, why? Because I don't actually give a fuck what you think. I do care what Kathryn thinks. However, I still care about who I am and I know who I am. I think that's where we should go with this. One of the most exciting chapters of our marriage would be this year. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the year, we were describing the marriage like, well, you started it. You said, I don't think marriage gets better than this. Like, this is as good as it gets.
This is as close to perfect as it can get.
That's how you describe it. And then we had a couple rough ones because I'm not perfect. I made some mistakes. And one was a massive narc out where most people would tell Kathryn to leave. Now, some people, in my case, publicly announcing it, podcast and on social media, that's not what happened because of who I am.
What's not what happened?
Most people did not tell you to leave me. Most people said, wow, amazing. Thanks for being vulnerable. Thanks for sharing the truth. Thanks for giving practical knowledge to move forward. Wow, your wife's response, amazing, this and that. But if you just pause for a second, no influence, no following, okay? Just talking in real life, telling the story. You told the story. People would judge you and say, leave. Mm-hmm. Judge you for being with me. You see, we don't care what people think. Because no matter what, somebody is going to go against what it is that you want. So why don't you go be rich if you want to be rich? And by the way, I mean that in the most loving way possible with your spouse first. Because I know that, because every man's on my calls, they realize money's not the shit anymore. Okay. Then you can focus on your money. Okay. And probably in there, you need to focus on your health. But hold on.
But don't let other people influence you unless it's positive influence. If someone judges you, don't let the judgment bring you away from one of the goals that you had. Here's a good example. A woman on your social media found my social media and started commenting things like that I was a terrible mother because I stayed with a man who sexually assaulted me. Well, I had two choices. I leave and give him 50% custody of the kids, who, by the way, there was nothing sexual ever with the kids or any abuse with the children. So people need to just take a step back before they start bringing in my kids here. But I'm going to get angry now.
Kathryn's gonna
I'm going to get fired up. So I had two choices. I leave and he would get 50% custody of the kids, or I stay where he's not doing anything bad to the children. I was the only one being emotionally and physically intimidated and all those sorts of things. So if I stay, then I'm a bad mom. But if I leave, then I'm a bad mom. You cannot please everyone. Your choice is something that you need to be able to stand behind.
That's right.
I stayed because, well, I think it's no secret now, I had no interest in saving my broken marriage. I didn't think my broken marriage was savable. I stayed so that I could be there with my children in the same home so that he did not get the children. Even though he wasn't hurting them, I thought that if I left, he was going to go on a path of destruction and maybe would emotionally hurt them. He never would physically or sexually hurt our children, especially sexually. Oh,
I know, thank you.
Oh my gosh. It's just, I couldn't believe this woman. She said, oh, so you stayed with a man that was sexually assaulting you. You're a terrible mother for leaving your children in that situation.
And that is a powerful example. Now let's go to something a little more simple. Okay, so if you don't know, I just wrote a book, Disrupting Divorce, available at newrockpress.com/DD, or search Amazon, Disrupting Divorce. We had some drafts come in. Okay, so I had a cover that I used for a really long time. It was redone by somebody else in Photoshop. That person spelt disrupting wrong. Okay,
just switch two of the letters.
Just switch two of the letters, type fast. You see the word 1,000 times, you don't actually notice it. Not just me, Kathryn, all of our team, we all missed
Everyone
it.
on the publishing team, everybody missed this simple typo, because you know what? We're editing the entire book at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not staring at the cover.
We're not staring at the cover.
If you're staring at the cover, you're losing, by the way. That's probably what I should have said to her. But anyways, this woman fired up. Oh, I'm going to buy a self-help book from somebody who can't even spell the first word in the fucking book and blah, 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 blah. First of all, I didn't spell it. That's why if you've never written a book, by the way, I haven't seen your book. Okay. I don't see your following. I don't see your website, your course, your app, but I don't spend time doing stupid shit like that. I spent time making a cover for social media. Somebody else professionally does that. I could either get upset or not. And here's why, because that's not where she stopped. She went into, oh, your fucking tattoos. Oh, you obviously can't help with marriage and blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. Thank you to all the wonderful fans that just threw up on her, by the way. It was amazing. Beat the shit out of her on social media. But like, you guys, it doesn't matter. It could be what Kathryn was going through when I hurt her badly. Women still judge her today for not leaving. Mm-hmm. No matter how thriving we are. 91 or 92 countries with this podcast right now. Okay. Like 3,500 downloads a week. Thank you guys. Love your support. Please leave a review and help us reach more people.
Yet someone judged him for a simple spelling mistake that he didn't even make. A whole team of people missed it. It's a spelling error, guys.
Yeah.
So he could just choose to not write a book because now he's just too afraid of a spelling error, or he could write a book and say whatever. We could help people or we could not help people.
Yeah. At this point, so the book went out properly edited. We saw it. It's fixed. Actually, I think somebody helped us.
We had 10 initial copies.
Which we used for the photo shoot, which is what pissed people off. By the way, it worked for great exposure.
It did.
Just so you know. Many posts went viral just because people complained about that. But like Kathryn said, you could not write your book now. You could give up. But regardless, you're going to be judged. What if the book comes out and everybody tells you it sucks? Well, I challenge you to think about the piece that you have from delivering your message in this book example, okay? Or for the one person that you can help that bought the book and learned and didn't notice the spelling error.
And the spelling error is not on the book.
And it's not on the book.
It's not on the book. That was the first draft of the book.
Yeah, just so we could proofread.
My goodness.
But anyway, guys, no matter what, people are going to judge you. You need to spend more time focused on who the F you want to be, because I'm telling you, you will never please everybody. At the gym, when we owned a gym, I could never make everybody happy with the music. Somebody was always upset with the song. It doesn't matter what we talk about. So why the fuck don't you do more of what you want and be who you want to be? And by the way, this is where we're going to hit it home. This includes your marriage. Just because you love your partner doesn't mean you should not be who you want to be. They're also judging you. They're judging you for your growth in a lot of cases. We see this all the time. They don't believe you because you're growing.
I was one of those
too late.
people.
Kathryn was one of them.
I did not believe him.
That's right. That doesn't mean I should stop. That doesn't mean I should quit. Oh, fuck, you don't want me? You think I'm repulsive? Fuck, it's over. No, I got to work. You will be judged by every person in your life and hopefully by the person that matters the most to you. Because that judgment is accountability. We just use judgment as a negative word, but you can flip that in your mind. What is it that I can do better? Good?
Good.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.